All right, so we're outside of Wes Streeting's office today. On Friday, the group Trans Bashback decided to make a little visit and give the office a bit of a bashing at Wes Streeting's office. So as you can see here, we've got a smash on this door here, and we've also got 1 and 2 smashes here, and then a little bit over here. There was a bit of paint that said "child killer" on the side of a window here. And it basically was to send a message that what Wes Streeting is doing is not good enough. And before that, there was also many other protests. Trans Kids Deserve Better also did a whole bunch of protests out here. They always leave a little coffin on the doors here as well, and have been doing it for like over 400 days. And today we've got another protest with a whole bunch of other groups, the Dyke Project, Queers for Palestine, Trans Kids Deserve Better. Well, they'll all be congregating outside this office around now, actually, to do a protest against Labour's policies on the treatment of the genocide in Gaza, the recognition of statehood, and trying to give solidarity to the Gazans out there, and also queer people coming out to protest the policies of Labour in general. So we shall see how that comes along. All right, I'm with Ree, she, her. Thank you for joining us today. So could you walk us through what this protest is about?
Yeah, we're here in Ilford outside of Wes Streeting's office to enact a siege on Labour, because the Labour Party is an accomplice in the genocide of Palestinians and their forced starvation. And if they want to enact a siege on Palestinians, then we will enact a siege on them, and we won't stop. We won't stop protesting until they meet all our demands.
So what message do you want to give to the government at this protest?
Yeah, so we, along with the entire Palestine movement here in Britain, as a response to the call from Palestinian Youth Movement for a siege on Labour, have the following demands of Labour: a full two-way arms embargo on Israel, an end to British Royal Air Force reconnaissance surveillance flights over Gaza, which gather intelligence for the IDF, for the British government to use all levers of power within the UN and to use sanctions to force Israel to allow aid into Gaza, and for David Lammy to resign as foreign minister for lying to the public about arms sales to Israel.
I definitely know some very important, good demands to give to it. Yeah, so one of the big call-outs was about queer people and trans people joining in on this protest to provide solidarity to this protest. Could you walk us through why bringing solidarity to this kind of protest is so important at times like this?
Well, Wes Streeting is our health minister, and he has not uttered a single word about the genocide his government is actively enabling and committing, which has been the biggest health crisis, one of the biggest health crises that we will have seen in our lifetime. But he is also an enemy of queer and trans people here in Britain as well. He has enacted a ban on puberty blockers, which our core organizers, Trans Kids Deserve Better, have been continuously protesting outside his office about, and now have a new campaign around. The queer and trans community stand in firm solidarity with Palestinian people, because we know that ours is a shared struggle, because the same class of imperialists who want to maintain the colonization of Palestine are the same people who want to drive trans youth into the shadows and to their deaths. We see ourselves as a coalition of groups, of queer groups, in struggle, in solidarity, and we have a common enemy, we have a common struggle, and we have a common fight. So Wes Streeting will keep seeing us He won't see the last of us until trans people have healthcare, until trans kids have healthcare, until the Palestinians have their freedom and all demands that we listed have been met. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks so much.
He is directly responsible for the ongoing British support for genocide and for RAF surveillance flights over Gaza. The movement demands his resignation. He should be sent to The Hague and tried as a war criminal. Shame!
Zach, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When trans kids are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! What do we do? Stand up, fight back! What do we do? Stand up, fight back! What do we do?
All right, so I'm with Estrella today, Shive. So what brings you to this protest today?
The people in Gaza are starving, and the Labour government, like, we voted in Labour because obviously we wanted a change, but they're ignoring all of these issues that the public are concerned with, and they think that they can do things like be sending arms and helping the military intelligence of the IOF to continue to put the innocent people, women and children and kids, and innocent people in Gaza, they're making them starve. They're just all families just being murdered by this occupational force. And this is what the protest is about. We're still helping with the RAF to provide intelligence for what's going on, the intelligence that the IOF uses to continue to besiege Gaza. And we're still in a process of exchanging arms between this country and Israel. And we're also here because the same people who are in charge of that are also here stopping trans kids from having good lives.
No, definitely. I think with the call out for this protest, it came out to say queer people, trans people, come out in solidarity with us. Why? Solidarity was really important for this sort of protest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very important because what happens to one of us is happening to all of us. At the end of the day, we're all linked. Or the stuff that's happening, in Gaza, although it might seem far away, the implications of how we respond to that is stuff that's creating policy where we live. You see the way in which the rhetoric around immigration is becoming more hostile. To dehumanize anyone is to dehumanize yourself, because there's more that we have in common with people around the world, working class people around the world, than there is to divide us. Basically, at the end of the day, people are important and people are worth fighting for. And that's what this is about. That's what solidarity is about.
Exactly. I suppose one of the actions of things that have happened recently is Wes Streeting's office got a bit bashed up by that trans bashback group. What are your thoughts on the recent damage on the office at the moment?
I think there's only so far that you can get just talking to people, and then riotous behavior is the language of angry people, of people who they've been left behind. This is the person who's kind of in charge of making it harder for people to just live their life, and you're angry about that, and there's not much you can do about that. Then one of the things that you might do is you might come and bash up a building. Okay, fine, that's a building. It can get rebuilt. You can replace that building. It's gonna, West Street is still gonna be able to do its fucking work. I can't replace a kid.
No, exactly.
If a kid dies, that's it.
I think one of the other people we interviewed put it well in the fact of, look at all the war crimes that Labour's been complicit in, and they're complaining about a building with a few bits of glass broken on it.
And no one's in there. You know what I'm saying? No one got hurt.
No, exactly. I suppose to cap it all off, what kind of message would you give to Wes Streeting right now?
Is the money worth it? Is it worth it? Anything that you're doing, is it worth it? The thing that you think that you're doing, the lust for power that you have, that you're putting that above human lives. I think that's what I would say.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for joining us.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the sea to the river, Palestine will be free, free. Palestine. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the sea to the river, Palestine will live forever. From the sea to the river,
All right, so I'm with Nat Vavem at the protest today. So what brings you to this protest today?
Because of all of the injustice faced. This protest was put on by Trans Kids Deserve Better and London Trans Pride and Queers for Palestine, all of which are activism groups which I'm very familiar with. And so, the injustice just made me feel as if I can get here, I should be here. I hate Wes Streeting because he's a massive transphobe and a backstabber to the queer community. But free Palestine, and all the world leaders just seem to still be so reluctant to give Palestinians the dignity that they deserve. So we've just got to do what we can to try and fight for all the causes.
No, definitely. So would you be able to walk us through what this protest is about, perhaps, and sort of what they're trying to cover?
I don't want my government being complicit in the genocide that's happening in Palestine. I want my government to stop exporting F-35 components for all these bombs which are savaging Palestinians, and we just need to keep on applying pressure. I think we are slowly making progress in the Palestinian fight, but nowhere near fast enough, of course. But yeah, we just got to keep on applying pressure. Even if no one's in, but eventually someone will watch the CCTV, the police are monitoring, it will make its way through the grapevine.
Would you be able to walk us through why it's so important for us queer folk to be in solidarity with Palestinians in this time?
There are trans people in Palestine that need liberation, and we've got the so-called privilege of being able to live as trans in this country, even though it does feel like they're trying to backpedal that. But when people witness queer people, trans people fighting for the liberation of Palestinians, even though being trans or being queer isn't allowed in the Palestinian state, it can shed a bit of humanity light on the trans community anyway, of which, as a trans person myself, I could do with some trans liberation in this country. And I think it's important to kind of join forces, realise that we're both being vilified by the government, we're both being silenced by the government. So I think it goes quite hand in hand to show up as a trans person to a protest like this. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the damage on the office?
I don't know who did the damage. Someone said to me just before we started this protest here today that the police are kind of there to find out if any of the vandals of the window are associated to the people gathered out here today. Although vandalism is a crime, the war crimes that Labour are, complicit in making happen in Palestine at the moment are inexplicably worse than a fucking broken window. Over 100,000 people have been killed in this genocide in Palestine. I'm sure they can handle one broken window. There have been Palestine marches week after week, sometimes multiple a week, all over the country for nearly 2 years now, and the government's just not fucking looking up. So sometimes a broken window's what it takes, I think, just to make them turn their eyes. But I think it's going to take a lot more than that. Hence a crowd of people outside one of the worst Labour members' constituency office.
Definitely. Thank you very much for coming on.
No worries.